Everybody knows Road to Glory. Create a player, climb the depth chart, win the Heisman, and try to become a college football legend. But what if, instead of controlling the player, you control the person who created the legend? This is Road to Glory, Coach's Edition. In this series, we're taking the role of an offensive coordinator, and our mission is simple. Climb the coaching ladder all the way to a national powerhouse team, or build one ourselves, whichever comes first. We will have to complete certain coaching challenges to earn a promotion. Only then will we be able to accept other coaching positions. Fail, and our career might be over before it even started. However, we're not going to be able to choose where we start. I have put the 16 worst teams in College Football 27 on this wheel, and wherever it lands, that's where our coaching journey begins. So let's give it a spin, and let's see where this dynasty takes us. As you can see, I've added all 16 teams that are in the 0-star category in College Football 27. There's definitely some teams I would prefer over others, so hopefully the wheel blesses us. One of those teams is Charlotte. They have the most dynasty points available at the start, and it looks like the UL Monroe, please. Okay, it is UMass. It's not that much better than UL Monroe, but it is still better. So we're going to start our career at UMass. So I may have been wrong about UMass being better than UL Monroe. In 2025, they went a whopping 0-12. Not even winning a single game. They only have 105 dynasty points to start with, so yeah, this is probably going to be one of the toughest challenges that I've ever done, especially if I want to get my coach to a Power 5 school. I am going to start in recruiter because as of right now, that is the best coaching tree in the game, obviously until some patches come. But this, ladies and gentlemen, this is where a legend will be born. Our main man, the next Nick Saban, Randy Bumpus, will be the offensive coordinator of UMass. We will be running the Georgia Southern playbook and the 4-3 multiple defense. I also have my pipeline set. I have my adaptive AI set. We're good to go. So as you can see, UMass has been virtually terrible their entire existence. We look back at the 1900s, the beginning, I should say, they were decent, but ever since then, they haven't had a winning season in forever, and they haven't even made a bowl game. At least our 80 expectations are somewhat realistic. I was rebuilding UL Monroe the other day, and one of their expectations was they expected to have a top 25 ranked team in 2 seasons, which I thought was a little bit overzealous. Now, being an offensive coordinator does come with a little bit of a caveat. As an offensive coordinator, I can only recruit offensive players. I'm going to have to leave the defense up to the team for them to decide how the defense is going to look. And that could either be good or bad. Probably bad because the CPU cannot recruit in this game right now. But I'm thinking if I could produce a good enough offense, I think I can carry this team to where I could at least get a head coaching position somewhere else. And in order for me to leave, I must complete 4 of these 5 goals on this checklist, improving our offensive ranking by 30 plus spots, which shouldn't be too difficult seeing as UMass is absolutely horrible, which might be a little bit more difficult than I think, but we'll see as the season goes on. Beat 1 Power 4 or better opponent. This is obviously going to be difficult playing on Heisman and playing at a school like UMass. Coach a 1,000 plus yard rusher or receiver. Coach a 3,500 yard passer and make a bowl game. However, I think I could get away with using a couple of these pocket passers like Logan Inagua, who is a pocket passer, but he does have 88 throw power, which I actually really like. He is only 5'10 though, which could pose a problem, especially when playing some of the bigger schools. Now, receivers I'm actually intrigued about because UMass actually has some pretty decent receivers on their roster. Guys like Kezion Dia-Johnson and Joseph Griffin Jr. are very solid receivers who could make an impact on this team. The only issue is Griffin Jr. is a senior and we do not meet Dia-Johnson's deal breaker. So I think one of the biggest things we're definitely gonna need to go for is finding our offensive linemen for the future that can actually help us win games now. For those of you guys wondering how I know exactly what archetypes will fit with the offensive scheme that I'm running, I have created this College Football 27 positional scheme fit chart. This chart shows every single offense in the game. Air raid offense, multiple offense, veer and shoot. Every scheme that every team runs is on this sheet. For example, we have veer and shoot. Teams like Tennessee, Texas State, and USF run this offense. I added both the number 1 and the number 2 archetypes. Through research and simulation, I found every single archetype that best fit every single offensive scheme and defensive scheme in the game. We got the power spread played by teams like Michigan, Kansas State, and Auburn, the spread, veer and shoot, and of course the air raid run by USC, Texas State, and Washington. I have gotten great results in the sim with the USC offense. You just got to make sure you have a pretty decent quarterback that plays for you. But these archetypes are the best fit for these offensive schemes and they give you the best chance in the sim as well as in your play styles. I also have created a defensive archetype sheet for this. Now, this doesn't cover every defense in the game, but it covers the sets. For example, the 4-3 ran by Michigan, Clemson, and Iowa. You have the multiple defense ran by A&M, Florida State, and USC, as well as the 3-4 ran by Georgia, Alabama, and Oklahoma. Same as the offense, all of these archetypes are best fit for the positional playstyle. I'm gonna leave the free download link in the description. All I ask is that you guys like, comment, and subscribe, because this does take a lot of time to create. Took a lot of hours simming, researching, trying to find exactly which was the best archetype. So I hope this helps you guys so you're not struggling on trying to figure out which exact players you need to pick up for your dynasties. Wow, so I actually did not know this. All of the higher staff and managed facilities are on auto as an OC. This is going to be actually a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I thought I would have full control pretty much over the entire team. Looking at our schedule, we actually don't have that difficult of a schedule. I would have thought we would have played a much harder team, definitely a ranked team. We only have Rutgers, a Big Ten school. We could check off that Power 4 opponent first year, which I'm actually really happy about. Also, I can only play in about 3 games per season. I kind of limited myself to 3 games per season. I might up that as we get better and better, only because the games will get a little bit tougher. For now, 3 games per season. For sure, going to play at this Rutgers game. And then after that, we're going to see what other 2 games that I play. I'm actually pretty happy about the schedule. I think we could actually do some pretty decent work. I might even actually be able to get out of UMass after 1 season. Also, these are the current settings we'll be running in this Road to Glory Coach Edition. I have manual progression XP turned all the way down to 0 because EA tweaked the overall XP and tokens you can get with the player. So turning this down to 0 doesn't necessarily turn it back to how it was in college football 26, but it is a little bit better than it was when it's at 25. Offensive tackle was our highest position of need, so I went ahead and scouted and found a couple of offensive tackles. None of them are a gem, unfortunately, but they all have pretty solid stats in terms of their pass blocking and their run blocking, I will say. So pretty solid recruits. Once again, we're at UMass. We cannot sign the best of the best at 5, 4, or even 3 stars. I run kind of a balanced offense. I like to throw the ball when I'm hot. If I'm not hot and I'm throwing in completions or even interception, I'll tend to run the ball a little bit more. So having more well-rounded offensive linemen will be key in order for us to win the games that we need to win. Randy Bumpus taking the field for the first time. Gotta say, this is a huge game. You can knock off a challenge pretty quick. All right, first play of the offense, first play of Bumpus's career, Inagua's career. You take the snap. George Bogus fakes the pass left, passes it to Harding for a solid chunk of yardage there. Now, like I said before, when I was recruiting my linemen, I want to make sure that I can run the ball. I think it's crucial to have in these moments, as I have Williams Thomas. I forgot the name orientation. Williams Thomas in the backfield, cuts it out to the left. This is about a gain of 3. I think he could actually perform really well in this offense, considering he's a quicker halfback that we do have. Inagua takes the snap, drops back, finds his star receiver over the middle, Griffin Jr. for our first down. The first 2 passes of Inagua's career here at UMass are 2 straight completions. To see that, we find a tight end right over the middle. Atkins breaks free for a bigger chunk of yardage. It's another first down. All right, we're going to try a bit of a jet tuss patch here. Got Williams Thomas here on the jet tuss patch, and it goes nowhere. All right, we're starting the second half here. I'm being completely honest. I think scoring isn't an option. It is a necessity. And he gave too much space to Griffin Jr. as he gets another crucial first down. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change route here on Harding. I'm going to lower the stem just a little bit. I think we might be able to get him right over the middle. Nope. It's okay. We got our check down. Williams Thomas getting a little bit of yardage. 3rd and 4. We could definitely get a first down here. I'm going to change the route on Harding again. Now, what I'm going to be watching here is that linebacker on the right side. Depending on where he goes is where I'm going to go, as I'm going to step up with Inagua, and I get taken down for only a gain of 1. Oh, the first big decision of Bumpus' career here. I'm going to go for it. I am going to go for it, and I think I am going to trust Williams Thomas. I have 13 seconds to decide. What audibles do I have? I actually have some pretty decent audibles here. You know what? I'm going to go to the halfback angle because I could find Atkins. I could find Williams Thomas for the quick first down. We take Atkins, control the catch. Let's go. First down. Little ballsy there from Bumpus to go. Could have lost his job if he didn't get that. Try to get this touchdown in with Williams Thomas. Just take it in, Thomas. As he does, the first point scored of Randy Bumpus' career is a Williams Thomas touchdown. We have a great opportunity here. I don't know what our defense did, but we are inside the 10-yard line with the ball. We got to score here. We got to make the most of this advantage. We're running a couple of inside routes. I know it's kind of boring because it's kind of my go-to in situations like this because they always kind of seem to get open. If it works, why would you go away from it? As I see our tight end throw a little bit of a high ball. Doesn't get it. We are on 3rd and goal now. Obviously, I want this touchdown. I think this is a great opportunity for us. especially against a team like Rutgers. If we don't get the touchdown, you know what? I'm okay with the field goal as I step too far back and get sacked. All right, we're not going to do anything stupid. We're just going to take our field goal here. Hopefully we can make it. Making field goals in this game can be quite challenging, but we do. We take the lead against Rutgers by 3. Hopefully our defense can make another stop and we can get more points on the board. And unfortunately, Rutgers come down and score a touchdown, but we still have the ball and a timeout left in the half and 40 seconds. So we're going to need for this to be an absolute hurry up ball here. Just going to take our little... He overthrew them. Wow. Okay, that was actually my fault. I kind of held on to the icon a little bit too long, but that's okay. We still have an opportunity here. See my receiver down the middle, get it to about half field. We're going to call our timeout now. And wait a minute. I actually have 3 timeouts. I was looking at the Rutgers side of the ball. I was looking at Rutgers on the other side, seeing that they only had 1 timeout, thinking that was mine. So we actually have all 3. So we can breathe a little bit. Not too much, though. Oh my gosh, he's wide open down the middle. Matthews, wide open down the middle, perfect pass, and it's a touchdown before halftime. Randy Bumpkins draws up an absolute heater. Not only did we score before the half, but we also get the ball right after. This is perfect. We have to capitalize here and get some more points on the board. Over the middle, Griffin Jr., easy route, great blocking from the other receiver. We get a crazy chunk of yardage. Logan Inagwa already has 140 yards. I don't want to be the robot. I don't want to keep passing, going the same routes, going the same things. We still got to run the ball a little bit as Williams Thomas gets us a little bit more yardage there. Now that I think about it, this actually might be the biggest game of the season when it comes to our coaching career. Winning this game already checks off one of the biggest check marks that we can have to complete. And if I'm being completely honest, if this was a team like Ohio State or Georgia or any of those other big schools, I don't know if we could even beat them even if I'm playing. Heisman is difficult this year as I get sacked. We drop back. I see our tight end kind of gets open a little bit and he's not able to hold on to the ball. There was a defender behind him, which I guess was the reason. All right, big 3rd down here, man. We really want to get this. If I get close, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to be looking at Matthews. I can't even audible Griffin. You know what? We're just going to hike it. I'm looking at Matthews here, and he is not open. I'm going to toss it up. He broke away a little bit. If he didn't catch it. No, the ball was in his hands, and he didn't catch it. I think I just selected a fake punt. I'm going to call it waste of timeout. Oh, my goodness. It was in his hands. Man, that one hurt a little bit, but our defense stood strong again as they hold Rutgers to no points. Man, our defense is absolutely killing it. Here we are on 3rd down again. Not being able to capitalize the first time kind of stung, but a second time would just be absolutely devastating. As I saw the receiver open, but Inagwa couldn't get the pass off right as it is 4th and 9 on their side of the field. All right, I don't know what juice we gave our defense. I don't know if we got them on PEDs. If it's just, I don't know, all the ayahuasca. Maybe Aaron Rodgers came in and offered some ayahuasca trips, but they are holding Rutgers and locking them down. They haven't scored in the past 2 possessions. All right, we're moving the ball here a little bit. Completed a couple passes with Inagwa. I'm going to go ahead and run the ball off to Williams Thomas, who I believe, yeah, he got the 1st down. 52 rushing yards on 11 rushes is great first game. I will not lie to you that out of both of our coordinators, the one having the best game is probably the defensive coordinator, but Bupkis is still performing, I will say. I mean, we are ahead, 17-14, so I can't be too hard on ourselves here. Let's go ahead. We're going to do this halfback screen. This should work as our blocker couldn't really hold, but the speed of Williams Thomas was able to break away from that lineman. And there's only 3 minutes left, so Rutgers could come back, score, and just completely nullify everything we've done. But I see our tight end Atkins over the middle for a 1st down and more. Right, we got the clock running down. Williams Thomas, you got to be our guy here. Gonna need some big runs from you as we hand it off. Williams Thomas up the left side, gets caught up by a defensive lineman for a gain of 5. Not too bad. Next play, we're gonna head to the 2-minute warning unless Rutgers starts using their timeouts. But we got Williams Thomas. Oh man, there was a bigger hole there. I think Williams Thomas could get us there. I feel like they're reading this. We're gonna run with it. As we don't get the pass off, they set the full blitz. You know what? We're gonna go for it. We need this here. We need to get this down. I'm looking at Williams Thomas here on this route. This is one of my favorite plays I like to run. Can we get it? And we can. We can. I thought I messed up as soon as I threw the ball. We get the first down. With a 2-minute warning and a timeout remaining, we need one more first down, and we have won the game here at Rutgers. Williams Thomas, come on, go crazy. Get down. Oh my gosh, we were 2 yards away. 2 yards away. Honestly, I'm so happy with the way this team is performing. Bumpus' offense is humming. Yeah, there's been some hiccups, but it's the first game. We'll improve. We're just going to go ahead. We're going to kneel out the clock here. And we're going to go home with a victory and our first goal accomplished in our first ever game, beating a Power 4 opponent. Randy Bumpus' first win as an offensive coordinator. Logan Inagwa starting the season hot with a 65% completion rating, 186 yards and a touchdown. Justin Williams Thomas with 74 rushing yards and a touchdown himself. Remember, we also have those goals of coaching a 1,000-yard rusher or receiver and coaching a 3,500-yard passer. Great game. This is a great game, but we're going to definitely need a little bit more if we're going to want to achieve those goals this first year. One thing I forgot about was our AD expectations, and one of them was win a road game this season, and we did just that. Not only did we knock off a challenge from our checklist, but we also completed an AD challenge. Just in case we're gonna have to stay another year at UMass, we're gonna gain some extra dynasty points. And after that big win against Rutgers, we jumped into the top 2 of all our recruits that we're going after right now. Bakhtiari's got us at 1, and the rest of these guys got us at 2. Another position we're in the need of is offensive guards. Right now I'm going after Elton Perkins. He has decent stats. Honestly, I'm just waiting for some of these guys to get higher so that way they could commit, and then we could use their points on other positions that we need. If you look at our current team needs, we don't need a lot going into next season. We obviously need to bolster our offensive line and maybe a couple more wide receivers, but in terms of quarterbacks, running backs, we're good. Now I'm keeping an eye on Tyler Dubois. Cincinnati have taken a larger lead than I would have liked, but we are gaining on Ernest Warrior. I'm gonna probably leave this one more week as we do play another FCS school. Teams come to pass, probably gonna have to let go of Tyler Dubois and then kind of go all in for Ernest Warrior. We're currently sitting at 3-0 with an opportunity to go 4-0 against Sac State as they are 1-3. As for recruiting, it's not looking as great as I would have hoped. I would have thought I would have been in first on pretty much all these guys by now. Ernest Warrior, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to offer him a little bit of NIL, at least 5, get that extra boost going, and I think maybe we could overtake Iowa State, as I think they're kind of not throwing everything at him right now. As for the rest of these guys, I think I'm going to have to let go of Dubois. Cincinnati's kind of just got a really big lead. They already got him coming on a visit, and they already got a nice pipeline. Looking at the season totals right now, Logan Inagwa is at 757 passing yards and 7 touchdowns. He's kind of on pace, I will say. As long as he can keep this up, I think we'll be able to check off that goal on our board. So look at Williams Thomas, he's at 232 yards with a touchdown. Obviously, it doesn't seem like we're running the ball as much as we are passing it, but there's still an opportunity for him to maybe get to 1,000 yards if he has some pretty big games. And receiving, Devin Matthews is at 229 yards on 3 touchdowns. Definitely achievable. I think we could potentially complete our entire checklist this year. We've already beaten a Power 4 opponent. This could happen. And if we keep winning games, we just got to win 6 and we're in a bowl game. We don't have to win the bowl game. We just got to make it. So the good thing about this is we're at home. We have an advantage. We need a win. All right, Randy Bumpus' offense is here on the field. We are down by 3 as our defense held Eastern Michigan to only 3 points as we hand it off to William Thomas. We actually lose yardage on that game. It's not a great first play from Thomas, but that's okay. We have Inigwa here. He's going to find his receiver, but it gets hit. He throws it off the head of his lineman with Inagwa. He is a good quarterback. It's just he's a 5'10 quarterback, so it's sometimes, you know, that's going to happen as we hand it off to William Thomas, who gets the first down off of an RPO. I did not expect that. I was just hoping to get a little bit better field position to maybe go for it on 4th. But we get the first. I see Griffin on the left side here. We'll go ahead and, I don't remember how fast he was, but you know what? And now we're just going to break out to the left. He's got a little bit of legs. I tried to slide, but it was going to go for the dive. I don't know what's up with that. Here, I think we're just going to focus on getting the first down. We're going to hand it off to William Thomas, who breaks to the left and does get the first down. Really close, but he did end up getting it, which is great work. It's been a little bit difficult to run the ball here against Eastern Michigan. I'm assuming their defense is probably built for that, considering they play a lot of bad schools, and a lot of bad schools are really just running the ball. So I'm thinking here what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of that and pass the ball as we get a wide open Devin Matthews for the touchdown. That's a perfect guy we want taking that. We want to get him as much yards as possible to be able to complete our goals. All right, our defense again holds Eastern Michigan to a field goal. I will happily take that. We need to score here as Williams Thomas gets nowhere. Man, they really are shutting down the run. You know what? If they're going to be shutting down the run, that just means that we're going to have to drop back and pass a little bit more. I see Atkins over the middle. He breaks defender, but Inagua cannot make the throw. I see Matthews on the drag. I'm going to change his route to a post, drop the stem a little bit because I think he might be able to break through. You know what? Atkins is there on the drag. He's wide open against the slow linebacker, and he gets the first down and more. Inagua isn't a bad quarterback by any means. He isn't the right scheme fit, but I don't know. I don't think that entirely matters too much. As Dave Matthews, I saw him, but it was too late, and Inagua throws an interception. That one was on me. That one was on me. I should have thrown it quicker. And Eastern Michigan come down and score a touchdown after the interception from Inagua. That is not good. We do have the ball here. We have 3 minutes left in the second half. And nobody is open for Inagua as he just has to throw it away. And I'm a little bit defeated on that play. I really thought I had Matthews over the top, and that defender just kind of sat in that little hole there. As right over the middle, we got Griffin Jr., technically our best receiver overall wise. We're 3rd and 2 here. We're going to be handing this off to Williams Thomas. This might be, you know what? I'm going to audible this because if you notice Griffin Jr., his defenders are kind of off of him. And that leaves him wide open up the seams. And what just happened? Yo, how didn't Griffin catch this? Was it overthrown? It went through his hands. He is our best receiver, and it just, look at this. It went right through his hands. I cannot believe it. Well, it's 4th and 2, and I'm gonna go for it. It's 4th and 2, and oh my, I can't even speak. I thought I prematured that throw. That is amazing. That was a little bit stressful, but it's okay. We're here. I'm going to send Atkins on a streak down seam. We get nothing. You know what? I'm just going to take off here with Inagua. Get down real quick for the first down. Not chew clock. We're going to have to no huddle this and just keep going. Don't want to chew clock. We still have 3 timeouts. I got to remember that. I remember to check that always. Hit up some of the routes. Got Atkins there on a little bit of a drag. Nothing. We're going to have to run out. They got a little bit of a QB spy, but we did get out of bounds. It is 3rd and 1. All right, I flipped the play here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do a little screen pass here to Williams Johnson. Thomas. I said Johnson. As he does get our yardage, just call timeout. We don't need to stress about this. Okay, so it seems they're running a bit of a cover 3, if I remember correctly. Just gonna hike this ball off. They got a defender there, but we get Atkins over the middle for a solid chunky yardage there as well. I want to give ourselves the best opportunity to score, and right now we have Griffin Johnson running that little weird route over there on the side. We got Harding over the middle, Atkins down the seam, and Atkins is wide open down the seam. Oh my goodness, what a throw, what a catch by Atkins. UMass called the timeout, so the clock isn't right, but I see Harding over the middle. Go ahead and throw to him. Threw a little bit of a high ball, and he gets it down to the 1 as Eastern Michigan calls another timeout. I think I'm just going to trust Williams Thomas here. I'm just going to see if we can run it in. Do a little halfback draw. Williams Thomas gets stopped. We actually use a yard. That one's tough. This may be a little bit dangerous, but I'm going to go for a little halfback screen here. Try to see if we get Williams Thomas inside the end zone as he just drops the ball. What was that? I have no idea what is up with these players just dropping the ball anytime it touches their hands. But anyway, we're on 4th and goal. This is the biggest play of the game so far. We're just going to run a little quarterback draw as Inagua manages to squeak past the lineman. I got so scared there whenever I got stuck on that lineman. But we get it done, and Inagua's in the end zone. All right, thank the Lord above. We're going to count our blessings as we did hold Eastern Michigan in those final seconds of this first half. As we get the ball coming in, you know what? I'm just going to run off with Inagua again. That hole was too wide, and he's actually not that bad of a running quarterback. He's a little slow, but he gets the job done. I do want to start throwing the ball a little bit here more, though. I want to get Inagua some more yards. As we're going to hand it off to Williams Thomas. It's a little bit chunk of 3 there. Matthews is on that little advanced drag. And my thing is, I'm going to actually send him on a lower drag. He gets open in that middle slot. I could pass it to him, and then he could run in for the first down.
Let's see here. As they kind of covered it, as I kind of clicked the wrong button, and Harding, at least he stopped any type of interception, but I didn't mean to click B there. I clicked A, nothing happened, and I don't know what that was. Change Matthews' route here a little bit. We got Atkins on that deep corner. I'll drop it a little bit. We might be able to get it open a little bit sooner. And it really, it might have been able to get there, but we get pressured, and now it is 4th and 7, and we're probably gonna have to punt this away. Our defense comes clutch again. They hold Eastern Michigan from scoring, and now we have the ball on the midfield line. We need to gain some points here so we can have a little bit of a cushion, as Williams Thomas with a great run down. 235. Our passing offense has kind of stagnated a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust some of these routes. I'm going to send Atkins on a streak to maybe pull that linebacker a little bit, and it does. And it leaves Matthews wide open down the middle. Great amount of yards there for Matthews. Griffin on that comeback route. Matthews again. He could potentially get open here. So I have Atkins over the middle on that drag, and then I have Matthews if that linebacker gets pulled. It doesn't get pulled. I threw another interception. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's a flag though. Wait, is it on Matthews? Matthews might have just gotten that flag. And it's a pass interference on the offensive side of the ball. Illegal block in the back. That is horrible out of me. I'm gonna have to buy these defensive players like all vehicles or something, because they are coming in so clutch right now. I wanted to pass to Y, but it didn't let me. But at least Williams, Matthews, Thomas, I don't even know anymore, dude. I am just so mad at myself right now for throwing that interception. And Rob already has 2 interceptions. I didn't even throw any interceptions against Rutgers. As we see Atkins over the middle, we get the first down. He's been probably our most reliable player when it comes to needing a crucial catch in the moment. Now, this play seemed a little bit weird. It looks a little bit false. But if Harding, if it's true, Harding, and it's not true, they did kind of false us a little bit. I should have known. We get sacked. 2nd and 18 here. We don't need a world beater play. We don't need, you know, anybody to really make any big moves. We just need, and he breaks free. Perfect. I was just, oh my gosh. I don't know if I could really blame Harding on that. It wasn't the greatest pass by Inagua, but still, it's in your hands, dog. Gotta be able to make that catch, as now we're in 3rd and 13. We need a first down, or at least get close to it. I set Atkins on a streak. I'm not gonna get it. Just gonna find Griffin down the middle. It's gonna be 4th and 9. I'm not gonna punt this. We are in midfield. Just gonna go ahead and go for it. We're gonna go for our reliable play. Probably not gonna get it, because I mean, I just don't think we're gonna get it. As you know what, just tuck it up. Our star receiver, redeem yourself, and he drops it. Our defense is just coming in so clutch as of recent. I mean, they stopped this team again. I just threw another. Oh my. I don't know how the defender dropped that ball. Literally, if the defender is even close to it and they could get a hand on it, they will freaking intercept it. I don't know what happened there. As I just kind of panicked. I am panicking right now. I'm panicking. All right, let's just calm down a little bit. Let's do what got us the lead in the first place. We got Matthews here on a drag, on a slant. I got Atkins out to left. Griffin is doing a little corner out thing there. Then I got Harding, I guess it's a fake screen. And you know what? We're just gonna go to Atkins on the outside. It's not that led well, so we can't turn and run with it, but it is 4th and 5. We're gonna go for it again. Now I know we're on my side of the field, but we have an opportunity here to make big plays, as we do. And guess who it is? It's Mr. Atkins, the most reliable player on this team. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a little run play here. We gotta get this clock down. I need Williams Thomas to kind of break free from there, as he actually doesn't gain any yards there. That is kind of terrible. Let me go ahead and turn shoot clock on as well to speed this up. Okay, we're gonna change the inside zone here. We identified our mic. It should get us a good chunk of yardage, as our receiver kind of pushed that person into our line, but we get closer to the first down. Eastern Michigan calls timeout. All right, 3rd and 5. Another big play here. I'm gonna go ahead and send Griffin on a post route. I'm pretty much looking at Atkins here, if I'm being completely honest. Atkins is wide open, but that player just cut it off. Oh my gosh, there's no way. All right, I'm going back to the well here. This is so crucial right now. You have no idea. Here we go. We take the snap. He's wide open. Atkins. Oh my goodness, this guy can do no wrong. We get the first down. All right, I'm gonna need to chill with that at some point because eventually it will be stopped. But for now, we're just gonna hand the ball off. Eastern Michigan has 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning. I'm gonna go ahead, and I was trying to go down so that way I could just have a short gain to another first, but that's okay. We get a first down, and we're gonna one more play. We'll run this to the 2-minute warning, and I'll try to do the same thing I did last play. Is get Thomas down close to the 1-yard line. All right, we're gonna be here at the 2-minute warning. We need a hold. We need a hold. I'm gonna hike the ball beforehand. We need a hold, and we do. William Thomas, what a run! And it's first and goal with 1:57 left. We pretty much sealed the deal here, but I have absolutely no remorse when it comes to playing the Heisman CPU. So we're gonna try to get another touchdown here. Just kind of bump our stats up a little bit. This could very much backfire on us, but I have faith in our team, and I have faith in Williams Thomas as we get a touchdown there. Pretty much sealing the deal here. Pretty much sealing the deal here, UMass. I actually have no words to what just happened right now. I was getting ready to end the recording. I was getting ready to call it an episode, and Eastern Michigan came back and scored. I have no words. I have no words, but we're in a tie game now with about 36 seconds left, 39, and I need to go get a field goal. I just can't believe that this happened. I could have just ran down the clock and we would have won, but no, I had to get another touchdown. This is great. That was actually an insane pass there by Inagua. I gotta use a timeout. I need to be able to get out of bounds here on this next play. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I turned off 2 clock because it was still on, and I turned on no huddle. We got one more timeout. I'm gonna put Harding on a corner. I'm gonna lower the corner a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna increase it a little bit. We need to get him on there, as we kind of do. And Inagua overthrew the ball. Okay, that's all right. This is an incomplete pass. We have options here. Okay, so we got Matthews here. We could run him on a speed route, which if I extend it, that could happen. I'm gonna have Williams Thomas block me because I'm gonna need a little bit more time. And I throw a ball that I had no business throwing, and he catches it. That is a great catch by Matthews. We're still not in field goal range, unfortunately. So that is a problem because we don't have any more timeouts, but gonna need to make a play here. Hand off the ball. Matthews in the middle. It's a flag though. It's a flag. Did they just bail us out? Did they just bail us out? Pass interference defense. Pass interference defense. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have to take the field goal now though, because we don't have a timeout. Oh my gosh. This is actually a pretty tough field goal. I need to lock in here. Did I get it? I accidentally red barred it. I missed. No, I missed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're in overtime. We should not be in overtime right now. Okay. Oh, good. I don't want to. I only play 3 games a year, and I don't want to lose them because that just blows wins. Oh my God, he's wide open. Griffin Jr. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, we need a score here. I have no huddle on. Okay, that's all right. All right. Oh my God, that guy just completely marked my offensive guard. Oh shoot. Okay, I gotta turn this off. Oh man. Okay, now the decision here becomes we score. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nobody's getting open, and the offensive lineman cannot break through. All right, I have a little bit of a. I'm not gonna play action this. Oh man, this is such a big play. Okay. Oh no. Inagua overthrew him. And he had space to run. Gosh, my kicker's just absolutely in shambles after missing the game-winning field goal. Okay. He ties it though. Well, not ties it. He gets. I don't even know what to say, man. I am so nervous. We need our defense to come in clutch one more time. You've asked way too much of him. But one more time, please. And I think we just lost. We just lost. Eastern Michigan scored a touchdown. 27-24. They beat us. We had a recruit on visit. Definitely not coming here now. Noah Kim, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. We just blew probably the biggest. I don't even know what to say. We had the game. I just decided to go for a touchdown to add up the score, and they happened to come back and score a touchdown plus a 2-point conversion. Oh, I'm devastated. I am devastated. He played okay. 219 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions that were my fault. 101.9 QB rating, 52% completion rating. It's not that great. Justin Williams Thomas, 73 rushing yards and a touchdown. Solid showing out of him. Oh man, Reese Atkins, 89 yards. Definitely my favorite target to throw through in this game. He always catches the ball, if I'm being completely honest. Griffin Jr. here dropping the ball on that streak route, which would have had a free touchdown. Was not ideal. Devin Matthews, pretty solid game. Only 3 receptions, but 50 yards. Man, I am hurt. I am so disappointed in myself. That was just egregious. Sure enough, we lose out on our recruit Tyler Dubois, he chooses Cincinnati over us. Honestly, even if we won the game, he'd probably still choose Cincinnati. They had pretty decent lead, and that pipeline is just really big. But oh man, that loss still sucks. Good news is though, we did come in first for Elton Perkins. We took a big jump, so hopefully we can keep that. We should not lose out on any more of these guys, because I mean, as of right now, they're the best options we have. I was looking through all the recruits, all the 2-stars, all the players that fit our system, and right now they are the best linemen we could possibly get at this current moment. So I don't know if that's disheartening considering they're non-gem 2-stars, but you know, like I said, we still have the transfer portal. I think that's where I'm going to get most of my work is in the transfer portal. So we'll see what happens with these guys moving forward. We got Miami of Ohio. This should be a winnable game. They are 0-5, but honestly, with my luck, they probably one win will come against us, but hopefully we can get back in the win column here with these guys. And we did get a hard commit in Terrence Kerr on the first commit of Randy Bumpus's career. A left tackle, love to see it. He did hard commit too. He didn't just verbal and then, you know, we have to wait for the hard. He straight up hard committed, so that's awesome to see. I don't know if we won. You know, sometimes in this game I notice if that'll happen and we still lose, but you know, you never know. And we did still lose, of course, to 0-5 Miami of Ohio. We barely lost as well, 24-19. I'm just seeing right now we lost to 1 point by Sacramento State, and then losing how we did at Eastern Michigan. If these guys were like in real life, there'd be no recovering from this. This would be just the ultimate or a debt of despair imaginable. Next game is against Buffalo. I do believe they're better than us overall wise, so simming is going to be completely up in the air. They're a little bit better than us, but they are at home as well. Man, it's going to be tricky. I should be 4-3 right now. 4-2. I should be 4-2 right now, and that means I would be 2 games away from a bowl game, and I completely wasted that. So it was looking great at the start that we might move on in our first year with Randy Bumpus, but right now it's not looking too hot. So far we have completed one of our goals, and that was beating a Power 4 opponent. But right now, kind of on pace to make a bowl game. Inagua is actually kind of on pace to pass for 3,500 yards, so that's something to look forward to as well. Williams Thomas isn't looking like he's gonna get to 1,000 yards this season, but you never know. He could still get a couple of insane games as the season goes on. As for receiving, Matthews has a little bit more of a case to get to 1,000 yards. I believe he's our slot receiver, so that's why he's getting a lot of the looks. But Reese Atkins also, he honestly gets more yards when I play, so I'm not too sure if he will make it there, but still have some hope in Matthews and also in Inagua. But even then, it's going to come down to the final games on if we complete those challenges or not. And then on top of it, we still got to win 3 more games to try to get into a bowl game. It's looking like we're going to land Bakhtiari here on the right side of the offensive line. Ernest Warrior, we're definitely going to have to work towards. We do have a bit of a lead. Hopefully we could keep it, especially since Iowa State probably got better grades than us and definitely got a better pipeline than us. Elton Perkins, we also gained a pretty good lead, but there are tons of schools going after him. Elton Perkins, we got a bit of a lead. There are about 4 other schools going after him, all with better pipelines than us. So obviously we have no pipeline tier to him, but still, I think we could get him. We just got to try to keep winning these games, because if we don't, who knows, man? Who knows? Randy Bumpus might be at UMass for longer than he intended. Looking at our schedule, I'm not too sure exactly what game I'm going to play for the last game of the season. I know I'm not going to play against Buffalo, that's for sure. I might wait to play against Bowling Green last game of the season. Maybe we're at the 5-win thresh mark and I need to go in and clutch up against Bowling Green. That might be something that we do, but honestly it really just depends on where we're at as I'm simming, so we'll see. But the next time you guys see me will probably be maybe somewhere around here, or whenever we get a recruit or something like that. I don't know, man. I'm still so devastated by the loss to Eastern Michigan. All right, so we're here. We did lose to Buffalo. All right, so we do get a verbal commit from Ernest Warrior here. Nothing too crazy. As we know, verbal warnings can change in an instant, whether it be through playing time, deal breakers, all that stuff. So I'm not gonna say we landed him just yet, but we are in the final stretches of getting him, so that's good news for us. Looks like Wyoming was going after him, but they haven't made much progress, so he should be on his way over here to UMass here in the next couple of weeks. As for the rest of these guys, Bakhtiari is all but ours. Same with Elton Perkins. We're still gaining a lot more than Charlotte is. I also added a couple more needs onto our board. I added some wide receiver, also added a few more tackles to our board, as well as a wide receiver, Mr. Trey Chenoin. So far we're first, but Texas State has made an offer, so we have to watch out for that. But honestly, not too sad if we lose him, or honestly not too upset if we lose him. I was thinking more of looking at at the transfer portal for a couple of these guys, but I saw he was on the board and decided to add him because why not? We could always use more players. As for these guys, I'm just still adding more depth to our tackle positions. Unfortunately, UMass is having an issue of keeping their offensive line, and as it is, they're not even that good to begin with. So we're trying to rebuild that here. Hopefully, if we aren't able to complete the challenges this first year, then we'll at least build somewhat of a competitive team, because not being able to recruit defense is actually going to be an issue because we have no control over that. And I'm pretty sure if we don't control it, then the CPU will sign pretty bad players. So we're gonna have to think about a lot of things, and hopefully we can get out of here at the end of this season. All right, so we got some good news, we got some bad news. The good news is we won our last game and we're now 4-5, 2 wins away from a bowl game. Pretty big game against Toledo, one that I might hop in, I'm not too sure. But also we got another hard commit in Ernest Warrior. We expected him to kind of hard commit, and sure enough he did. That's awesome. We also got a couple verbal commits in Elton Perkins and Doug Bakhtiari, both of which we fully expect to add to this team at some time in the upcoming weeks. And then the other players we were going after, a wide receiver and a couple tackles, we are also on their board pretty heavily as well. So things are looking good over here in UMass so far. Randy Bumpus is in good spirits. The team is kind of sort of in good spirits with that win, kind of getting back on the right track. So hopefully we can win. We just need 2 more games, and I'm going to play in one of them. We just need 2. We have 3 games left. Man, this is nerve-wracking. I don't know why in Toledo being 6-3, but they're also 5-0 in the conference, which is kind of scary. Also looking at some season stats, unfortunately, I don't think Logan in Nagua is also, with where we're at in the season currently, I don't think Logan in Nagua is gonna reach the 3,500 yard passing, the 3,500 yard passing restriction. Looking at the stats, unfortunately, I don't think Logan in Inganawa. Looking at the stats, I don't think Logan in Nagua is gonna reach 3,500 passing yards goal. He's got 2,300 now, but we only got about 3 games left, so he needs a little less than 1,200 yards, which when you break that down over 3 games is, you know, about 400 yards per game. I mean, it's definitely not impossible, but I highly doubt he's gonna get there. As for rushing, pretty much the same. Justin Williams Thomas has kind of been stagnant around the 400 or 500 yard mark. He hasn't really bursted past that, and I think it's just because our offense being a spread offense, it kind of just runs with whatever it gives them. So I might maybe change up my scheme a little bit. The only issue changing up the scheme is obviously you have players that fit the scheme. I'm recruiting players that fit the scheme. The only thing that's good is I'm recruiting a lineman and they're pass protecting linemen, so you know, won't be that big of a deal if they don't get it. The same goes for the receiving. I mean, it's just spread across 4 different receivers. I mean, we got 2 guys at 500 plus yards and then 2 guys at 400 plus yards, so I don't know, I highly doubt anybody's gonna reach 1,000 yards there. So guys, it's looking like we are gonna be staying another year here at UMass, which honestly, it's okay. I'm a little nervous with how the defense might look. And that's really the only thing that I'm nervous about staying here, but we'll see. So I decided to go ahead and play this game against Toledo. They were the best team remaining on our schedule, and we have left Akron and Bowling Green, and I feel like we have a better chance at beating them in a sim than we do with Toledo. So I'm gonna give myself the best chance here, but we do gotta win here. Man, I just hope I don't mess up like I did last game, because that was devastating. And we got a real shot here. It is looking, I'm pretty sure I saw that we're destined. Now what I could do here is I could just try to throw the ball all game, try to get Inagua as many yards as possible to give him the best chance at getting 3,500 yards, but I don't think that's smart, nor is it viable. As I mean, if he's gonna be throwing stuff like that, I don't understand it. I'm gonna go for it because I'm a psycho, but yeah, if he's I don't think it's as viable to get him that many yards over the course of a little bit. Move out of my way, lineman. Oh my gosh, hold on the ball. Thank God. I don't know how we survived that. That would have been a horrible start to this game. Handed off to Williams Thomas, who gets it there for a first down. Shout out Williams Thomas. He's actually a solid running back, if I'm being honest. He's not the greatest, but he's pretty solid, especially in this offense. We apparently don't run the ball all too much, and like I said, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a straight air raid offense. Especially we're able to keep it Nagua. I feel like he's going to be developed really well after the season. He didn't play too horrible, but let's see Matthews to get us a touchdown. He's just a little bit short. And I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of all these RPOs. I know that's the playbook, spread option, all that, but I'm not the biggest fan of them. And I just tripped tripped over a falling defender. Wow, that's crazy. All right, 2nd and goal. I'm thinking of moving down Adkins' line. I actually changed it a little bit, but that seems about long enough. In the pocket, Griffin Jr. caught that. The defender reading that is kind of crazy. All right, hopefully Williams can just punch it in here. As he does, let's go. Williams Thomas with the touchdown. We're up 7-0. Okay, we're literally at the 1 yard line here. And I don't know how that happened. Because I thought I got a safety. I'm being completely honest. I don't, a safety is just not in college football. Like I honestly, I do not know. I don't watch a lot of college football, if I'm being completely honest with you. But this play, I'm gonna try to get our tight end. You know what? I'm just check down Thomas. We actually lose a yard. Oh man. No, that wasn't great, but I mean, hey, we still got a 7-point lead. Our defense kind of did its thing, so hopefully he could do it again. All right, so Toledo did end up scoring there. I kind of figured we gave them pretty good field position, and they're a pretty good team, so of course they would score there. I'm just getting rushed crazy. I think maybe it's because I'm dropping too far back. I need to stay in the pocket a little bit more, to be completely honest. I don't like this play at all. I feel like I have no outs here. Got my receiver Harding. Wow, what a catch. I will say in this game, you start seeing more stuff like that happening, where the receiver will catch it. Normally last year, like if you threw that, like the defender really would have just battened it down, if I'm being honest. Like I got no gain there. Wow. But I noticed like the 50-50 balls and all that, like they're actually 50-50. Like it really does feel like you have a chance. If you have a good player, actually feel like you kind of throw it to them and they'll just kind of do the work for you. As Adkins, it's wide open there. Good read by Logan Inagua. Another touchdown for Williams Thomas. I did not expect him to run that through. Oh my gosh. I mean, shoot, Williams Thomas was really only 400 yards away from getting to the 1,000, and that might be something we could look forward to, as our other tight end, Gunai. I don't even know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. Williams Thomas there, man. I'm telling you, he's a solid running back. And I saw him in the middle, and my line just, oh my gosh, my line just broke down. Once again, I feel like maybe that's my fault. I know that you're not supposed to break out of the pocket like that, because it is a lot easier to get sacked, and that was my fault for sure. I was thinking of taking off running, and fortunately, I get sacked. We're gonna have to punt this off. Our defense does us another solid. They hold Toledo to no points, but we're on our own. I don't even know. And Julian Thomas breaks. Our defense held up pretty good there. We were on the 1 yard line, but Williams Thomas, man, he's having a great game. I might just have to be feeding him over and over again, to be honest with you, because they are not able to stop him. Little play action there, throw over the top. Honestly, our team is actually playing really well. I think they're just one of those teams where, because I guess their archetypes or their play styles or whatever, they just perform super well in these types of games. As Inagua almost threw an interception. I'm not gonna say anything anymore. I'm not gonna say anything anymore. I'm not gonna jinx it. Here we are, 3rd and 8, crucial 3rd down here. We really need this. I'm not liking Atkinson's route too much, so I'm gonna send him on a slant. He's open down that middle. I'm finding him just like that. Boom. Atkins down the middle, extra yardage, perfect. Whenever, he's just Mr. Reliable. Mr. Reliable, when I need him, he shows up. Williams Thomas again, man. If he had a little bit more speed, he was gone. He was gonna house another touchdown. A great guy, having a really good game. All right, 30 seconds left in the 3rd. Not quite liking this play. We're gonna do some audibles, and I'm gonna throw to the sub running back, and just, I mean, there's no way he was gonna catch that. It wasn't a good play. 2nd and 10 with 24 seconds left. You got Atkins. Harding's gonna take that little post extra route. Perfect diagonal cross for Matthews. He's just not too quick, but we still get some decent chunky yardage at a more manageable 3rd down here. We're gonna go to the play, my favorite play, tight end angle. Even though we have a running back running the angle, it's all good. The reason being is because sometimes there's that open, sometimes you got the running back open. Adkins, oh, all right, we're starting the 4th quarter here. We're in great field position, 1st and goal. Not really liking any of these routes. I just don't know if any of them are going to be able to get open, but you know what, I'm just going to trust Bumpkus. I'm going to trust Bumpkus, and I shouldn't have trusted Bumpkus. Why didn't I just, oh my goodness, what am I doing, man? What am I doing? And Toledo goes and scores, man. I can't lose 2 games. Like, I cannot lose 2 games that I've been playing. I need to win these games. Oh my gosh. Griffin Jr., little drag route, open down the middle. I can't believe I threw that away. Here's the deal. When we go and score this, pretty much, I'm going to have to try to get as much down as possible. Pretty much, I'm going to have to get as much time down as possible, because I do not want Toledo coming back and scoring and winning the game. I mean, they're going to just need a field goal. And on top of it, like, it's just going to be so difficult to try to get through. Adkins with the little drags wide open. Not the best throw, though. I need you to throw it to him in stride, Inagua. Come on. Oh. Brother, second and or quick to Matthews and he drops the ball. I mean, I kind of set him up for failure there. All right, we got this bubble screen here. It's looking like the 3 players gonna guard it, and they do, and it's 4th and 2. This is not good. I'm gonna go with a little over-reliable again. I'm thinking Atkins, the way they're playing off him. And I don't know what oh my. I am so terrible. I don't even have words. I am so terrible at this game. There's no way I just did that. We have 29 seconds, no timeouts. We have to get a touchdown. Oh my gosh, Harding. Oh, no time. We gotta go. What a catch. What a throw. No time. Let's see what we got here. We got Harding again. We'll put Harding on a streak. Throw Atkins on a streak. We gotta go. Like this ball. Run it up to Atkins. Come on, Atkins. Oh, okay. All right. We can calm down. Oh, we have 2 plays. This is kind of why I wanted to start Inagua. He's got 88 throw power for situations like this. Oh my goodness. No, he was wide open. Shoot, man. Literally all we have left are Hail Marys. Oh, bro. I mean, at this point, I can't even be mad, right? Like, it's nobody's fault but my own. I mean, I threw that interception for absolutely no reason. And I just, yeah, okay. All right, man. GG's, boys. GG's. Looks like, I mean, we still have a chance, I think, right? We still have a chance. We have 4 wins. Yes, we still have a chance. We just got to win out to make it to a bowl game. Check off that box if we even can. We're probably not going to check off anything else, but hey, it is what it is. I got to get so much better at this game because holy sh. All right, on a good note, we did get another hard commit in Doug Bakhtiari. That's 3 now, all offensive linemen, so not the greatest. They're 2 stars, but we're still getting commits. We're also still ahead on all these guys, even though we did lose. We're still making up way more ground than our opponents here, so I guess that's some good news, even though I ended up losing the game. Technically, if I would have won both games, we would be on a bowl game right now. Technically, if I won both those games, we're in a bowl game, so there's nobody else I could blame but myself, and we're just gonna have to rock with it, if I'm being completely honest. Yep, that sealed the deal. We just lost to Akron in the sim, and the bowl game we do not complete this season. That is okay though, because we also signed Elton Perkins. Yes, another offensive lineman, 2-star, unfortunately, but another piece to add nonetheless, with decent stats and could improve, as we see with a couple other players. As for these guys, we are also once again still leading, still have a high lead. I'm not gonna hard sell because our grades are just too bad to hard sell. It's not worth it, but they still have us as their number 1, so I will take that. My original plan was actually to play against Bowling Green for the last game of the season, because I was thinking I'll just sim it and get to the last game and hopefully it'll be like the game that'll get us over the hump. But it turns out the other 2 games would have gotten us over the hump, and I lost those. Just sad days, man. Sad days. All right, I actually got some good news. We did complete all our AD expectation goals. Obviously, we won a road game during the season. Our first game actually against Rutgers, the only game that I won, surprisingly enough. We averaged more than 20 points per game this season as well, and we won more than 25% of our home games. So at least we have that. We're gonna have some more dynasty points coming in. We could probably go after a couple better players next season. I like to see that. You got to find the positive in some of the negative things. You know what I'm saying? As for recruiting, we still got these 3 guys here, number 1 targets on our board. We're pretty much gaining the most interest, so they're looking like they're gonna be coming over to our team. And currently we only have 4 recruits committed, but once again, we're only recruiting offensive players. All Randy Bupkis can do right now is recruit offensive players. So right now all we're needing is another wide receiver and then a fullback, but a fullback we'll find as a tight end. Another piece of good news, our contract was extended. And also look at that, we had the best season UMass has ever had, besides the best season that they've ever had, actually. Well, I think 1901 was the year they went like 12-1, but in modern times, it's the best season they've ever had, so that's something to be excited about. That was Randy Bupkis's doing, as well as whoever the defensive coordinator was, because the defense low-key carried me in the games. Man, if we were able to complete our goals, we could have potentially been the head coach for the Nevada Wolfpack. Not a bad starting job to take, especially starting as an OC at UMass, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take this or even express interest because we still need to complete a couple goals. And one of the other challenges was improve by 30 plus spots offensively. And I was going to look up where UMass was the season before this, but there's just no way we improved by 30 spots. There's not even 30 spots here to improve from. And as a matter of fact, we might have gone worse. I'm being completely honest. Actually, we probably haven't gone worse. I just realized they won 0 games last year. There's no way. They had to have been the worst team in the NCAA. Show you guys the National Signing Day way. As you can see, every single one of the recruits we were going after has committed to UMass. So we're pretty much done on the recruiting side for this year because we pretty much got all our team needs. I think the only thing we're going to go after is a wide receiver. It does say we could use some more guards and tackles. Maybe I'll go after them as well. We'll see what's available in the portal, but our team's looking pretty filled up, and then we're going to be coming up on training results. So hopefully those guys can improve from what we were to last year. I think we're 66 overall, so anything above that I'll definitely take. I am a little bit nervous about the defense though. I know I've said that a couple of times, but it's something we should be nervous about. Well, would you look at this? Rutgers has us at #1 on their coaching candidates board. The team that we beat at the beginning of the season, they saw the Bumpus offense running on high cylinders and they thought, we need to bring that guy in. He's young, he's competitive, he wants it, and he's really good at his job. But fortunately, we cannot go to Rutgers, we cannot go to Nevada. Oh man, this would have been the perfect opportunity for Randy Bumpus, but it's okay. We're gonna stay here at UMass until we complete our challenges here. We're going to win games. We're gonna make it to a bowl game, and yeah, this is gonna be quite a journey. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember that I have the download link in the description for that CFB27 archetype guide. It's got everything you need to know which players to recruit and which players to go after for your own dynasties. I appreciate all of you for watching. Stay tuned for more content. I got a couple more bangers coming out soon. I hope you guys enjoy them. This content ride is gonna be awesome. We're hoping, my goal is to drop at least 2 videos a week to end the year, and you know, whatever growth I get from that is the growth I get from that. But I appreciate y'all again. Hope y'all stay safe, stay healthy. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.